What a save.
I'm surprised at 33.
Oh! Connects in air as Jet Lawrence comes across.
Triple crowns means triple the gate drops, and with the increased number of starts and laps spun on these technical tracks, it is only expected to have an uptick in serious injuries as well. From press day mishaps to night-defining main event crashes, let's take a look at when these riders eye a return and the incidents that caused them. Starting on Friday, fan favorite and self-proclaimed cattywampus Alex Ray had a get-off during the press day activities. Unfortunately, no footage available of the crash, but his SGB teammate Cade Clayson updated us on race day before Alex made a full update on his Instagram Sunday. I had a crash at press day, wasn't terrible, but had stomach pains immediately after, went to the ER and ended up getting my appendix removed on Saturday morning. I got out of surgery in time to clean up and get back to the stadium and meet with some race fans and watch the team and Cade Clayson race. Sometimes when it rains, it fucking pours. Gonna get back home and see how I feel. No word here given about his return table, but it is doubtful Alex would be prepared to race just the week after having abdominal surgery. The first of multiple concussion reports on the weekend comes from the first 250 qualifying session of the day. After a rough weekend in Minneapolis where he missed the Fast 40 for the night show, Preston Kilroy only spun a few laps on Saturday before ending his weekend. Another no footage spot, but the young Bar X Suzuki rider took to Instagram Sunday saying, "Pretty bummed with how my rookie season has started so far. Things were finally going in a positive direction in Arlington, and I had a get off and the whoops and ended up with a concussion. Hoping to be cleared and ready to go next weekend." The first 450 qualifying session saw Enticknap come up short through a rhythm section before launching off his bike, getting tagged in the head and ultimately landing on the concrete on the other side of the berm. The 7 Deuce Deuce sat out for the night show, but his wounds are superficial. Would not be surprised to see him line up this Saturday in Daytona. In the 450 LCQ to qualify for the Triple Crown, privateer RJ Wageman ripped the whole shot before quickly dropping to third and then to the bottom of the leaderboard. RJ recorded an Instagram story talking about his short night.
Ripped a rad start in the 450 LCQ, actually ended up hole-shotting it. Unfortunately, it did not last long as on the opening lap through the second set of whoops, came together with another rider, dislocated my left wrist. Went straight to the ER, got it back in place, but gonna have to have a specialist look at it hopefully this next week. Fingers crossed we don't need any surgery, but it's kind of what we're looking at, so.
The first factory casualty in the 250 class came in the first race of the Triple Crown. The camera pans the Levi Kitchen on the ground and in obvious pain. The young Star Racing Yamaha prospect was running in the top 10 with just about 1 minute to go when he crashed, ultimately DNFing the first race and being unable to line up in the final two. Sunday, Levi posted a short and sweet update on Instagram. Yesterday was rough. Qualified decent and was feeling good in that first main. Ended up getting together with another rider and hit my head pretty good. As of now, I'm going to try to rest up and hopefully be good to go for next weekend. The bump to the head comment and resting up likely leads to Levi entering the mandatory 5-day concussion protocol. This leaves his status for Daytona as probable, as everyone's concussion is different and the recovery time can vary widely. Keep this in mind as we review the other concussions later in the video. The second main saw 2 big get-offs. The first one is Phoenix Honda's Cody Schock. Despite all of the action on this night, this is another one with no crash footage available. All we have is an update from Cody's Instagram. Arlington, bittersweet. Rode way better in qualifying and the mains didn't go my way. Ended up having a bad crash in main 2 and ended up having a bruised lung, hematoma on my right shoulder, and left knee swelling. All in all, I'm okay and thank everyone who has reached out. Much love to all and we will be back. It is worth noting that Cody did break his right collarbone coming into the season, so it was already not 100%, but his update seems to allude that there were no breaks here. It's possible that with these injuries, he can line up for Daytona, but would obviously be operating far below 100%. The second 250 main also claimed a title contender. RJ Hampshire came into contact with Phil Nicoletti while scrubbing over the tunnel jump. RJ landed in the flat between the obstacles, which is the worst case scenario, and laid on his back with limbs spread out in what could have been an unconscious landing. After the medics helped RJ up and escorted him off the track, he was placed into concussion protocol, causing him to miss the third race of the night. As before with Kitchen, it is entirely possible that this title contender could line up and race in Daytona, as Chase Sexton has shown that it is possible to enter protocol and race the following weekend, but all concussions are different, and it's always better to err on the side of caution when it comes to neurological injuries. And the final one of the night, and likely the one you clicked for, after coming together with Jet Lawrence in the final 250 race of the night, Austin Forkner landed hard on his right shoulder and immediately crawled to the side of the track. Once up, he was clearly favoring that shoulder, and after the race, Daniel Blair updated that Forkner's x-rays were inconclusive and the team would get more x-rays once they were back home. Monday, the worst was confirmed on Austin's Instagram that he is indeed dealing with a break. Well, collarbone is broke, but after watching how hard I hit, I'm lucky it wasn't worse. Same one from last year, just broke around the plate and through a couple screws. I knew it was broken as soon as I got up. I've just been dreading making the post about it, but I guess here it is. You know, I really was trying to make changes this year to my riding and my mentality to be okay with not being the fastest guy at every race and settling for a third or a fifth at times so I would be at every race and make it to the end of the season. And if that left me with a championship, then great, but if not, then so be it. But that's why this sport is so tough, because sometimes none of that matters and things just happen. Obviously, this kind of injury is nothing you can run back from. Austin's collarbone injury last year in the third round kept him out for the entire season, and that is likely what will happen here as well. Such a shame, as Forkner has stated multiple times that this is likely his last year in the class, whether he meant hypothetically because of pointing out after a good showing, or if that means his pro circuit contract won't be renewed and he will instead pursue a 450 ride is unclear. But either way, Forkner out for the year is a significant blow to the 250 East title picture. Let me know in the comments if you think this 250 East title will come down to who is the fastest, or will it just be a battle of attrition with whoever finishes all 9 rounds becoming the champion? The West is all but decided as long as Christian Craig can avoid a DNF, and with half of the preseason favorites for the East already a race down just 2 rounds in, with another Triple Crown gate drop still to go. And while you're down there, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more race news and analysis like this. I tend to post 2 to 3 times every race week to keep you all informed on the sport. If you value the content I put out, feel free to check out the Patreon in the description. Just $1 per week helps feed a starving motocross fan and enters you into a drawing to win race used and autographed memorabilia, like this Christian Craig plate from his Anaheim winning race bike that was given away for the month of February. Thanks as always for watching RotoMoto. My name is Donnie. Keep it pinned to the weekend.